Hello and welcome back to Haven and Hearth. So, it's been a little bit of time, only like an hour or two since I finished recording the last episode. I have been trying to keep up with the study report. So, just kind of keeping things going. I'm up to 2182. I did spend 60 learning points on picking up the hunting skill, which you can see right here, because I logged in and there was a rabbit sitting right here, just kind of hanging out. So I went ahead and I captured him, wrung his neck, got a bunch of learning points back from discovering the rabbit in the first place, and then discovering the rabbit, dead body. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and flay. That'll give us a little bit more. We've got this fresh rabbit fur now. We'll have to do something with that. We've got a rabbit carcass. Well, let's take care of that. Let's clean that. All right, we've got entrails we've just discovered now. Awesome. Now we've got a clean rabbit carcass. Well, we can butcher that. And there we go. We've got meat and we've got bone. We have now discovered the bone material. Let's see. I believe this had a little bit of, rabbit meat there. Can I stack this with that? At least to 5, but only to 5. All right, so I've got a little bit of rabbit that I can't really do too much with. That is fine. That is not too big of an issue. The entrails, we are going to go ahead and just kind of do that, because we can't do much with one thing of entrails. At least not yet. It will become more useful later. We do have this fresh rabbit fur, however. I do wonder if discovering the bone has allowed me... No. Alright, I'm going to try something. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it. I am going to take my saw, drop it, and then pick it up. No? Okay, that did not get me to discover the saw all of a sudden. That's something at least. Okay. Is it instead a matter of a skill that I do not have? Let's kind of look. Animal husbandry, beekeeping, carpentry. It might be carpentry. How to saw boards from logs. Alright, I'm going to spend some of this LP I just got to buy carpentry. And then I'm going to come over to this log that is still sitting here all good and make some boards from it. Now, I'm going to totally screw up these boards, but hey, look at that. I just got half of my LP back from discovering the boards. So, that is already a thing. Now, as you can see, we're dropping some of these boards on the ground here. These are not exactly high quality, but, that happens. What we're going to do is we're going to do that. And as soon as this is done sawing, because I know I'm going to need boards for some stuff here as soon as we get things going. And that was the only log that had not rotted. You cannot make boards out of the rotted logs. But we can do this. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. It is very important to make sure you are clicking the correct mouse button in this game. Probably more important than just about anything else. Alright, so we seem to have stuff in our way. Let's just kind of use our lift and drop ability. Can we get that now? No, that one is still in the way. And all of this stuff will become blocks eventually, because why not? There we go. Okay, so we've gotten boards, which is still not exactly what we need, but it was on the list. We have discovered the bone material. Am I going to have to use this bone to craft my own bone saw? It is kind of looking that way. Let's kind of take a quick look at my abilities. Survival is only 5. I'm not going to end up making a better saw is the problem. Alright, so let's go to craft. We're going to go clothing and equipment, tools. here's the bone saw. We could theoretically make a wooden shovel as well. Don't particularly need that at the moment, but it is something we could use. Tree bough, bone material, intelligence, survival. I need a tree bough. Take a bough. Take a bough, sugar beet. All right, there we go. That is a 59 quality bough. Okay, I mean, it'll help us in the future having that tree there, but right now I don't think we're going to get too far with it, but hey, here goes. All right, I have now discovered the bone saw. And it's a 19.7 quality bone saw, so it is much better than that random one we looted. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to drop that thing off. And we're going to use that. Excellent. That got us just a little bit further along. Okay, what more do we need? What more do we want? What more can we have? I know I'm being weird. That's okay. Vessels and liquid. Oh, see, we could make a bucket now. It's only 2 boards. And the bucket quality doesn't really matter for much. Let's just go ahead and make a bucket. It'll get us some LP. There we go. We has bucket. I do want to see. Now, unfortunately, we can carry an empty bucket in our inventory. However, if we want a full bucket, it has to be in our hand. Let's check something really quick. I want to see build containers, barrels and casks. No, boxes and crates. Ah, here we go. A crate. It takes 4. That's fine. All right, if I get 1 in my inventory, just 1, because all you need is 1. one of any of the items it takes to get the thing built, and that gives us the ability to get it started. Bam, like that. I am going to have to cart these. All right, let's see. I can probably manage to do 2 if I do that. Just kind of Tetris some of these things. And this is going to be much better than the baskets we have. So what I will probably end up doing, we just need 1, thank you. What I'm probably going to do here, yeah, see, now that gives us extra slots here. So we should probably come over here, and I'm going to grab one of these baskets. I'm going to walk it over here. We are going to basically empty the basket. Put that stuff in there, along with other things we don't necessarily need on us. I am going to actually do this. And we don't really need to be carrying that and that at the moment, but we do want to keep it safe. All right, now, if I'm thinking right, I should be able to grab, we'll say my saw. We'll see my saw. All right, I'm going to right-click the water thing. All right, so it is only showing me as quality 5 water, but that's probably because my survival is 5. So we know that the water source is at least 5. At the moment, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click that. I can put full buckets into containers, but I just can't put it in my main inventory. So we can now take our saw, put our saw back in our hand. There we go. All right, so I should be able to lift this and walk over here and dump it into our lean-to. Excellent. All right, which has freed up a little bit more space in our main inventory. That cough and wheeze just a little bit. Weather has shifted today, so if you've wondered why, and yes, this is still the same day as me recording the first video. Part of my plan to help reduce the risk of griefing is to record as much as I can in batches and to basically get my progress in game as farther ahead of the videos as possible. So that's just part of the plan. All right, so what else are we going to do here? That's a good question. All right, so we've done that. We are going to need more string if we want to get some stuff made. We are going to need, we're going to need a lot of things. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what we're going to be working on. Is it buildings and construction? Economy? No. All right, what is it? It is one of these things. Production and processing. Ah, there we go. We need a drying frame. So it takes 2 boughs, 5 sticks, and 2 string. We're going to need one of these, and yes, it's going to be unprotected at the moment. It is unfortunately just the case. Alright, there's 4. I think that's what it said, right? It said something along those lines. Now, obviously, we're not going to get the full quality out of this, but like I said, that stuff will respawn. So let's go ahead and kind of stick it... I'm going to stick it there. Oh, it's only 2. Okay, we only needed 2. That's fine. We can take this and just kind of shove it there. We'll shove that there. Should be able to shift-click that in. Yeah, there we go. Excellent, excellent. Why? Oh, I was gonna say I don't know how. I looked over at OBS as I was moving, and it seems to be lagging. I am not certain if that is going to translate to the video or not. If it does, I apologize. It is lagging behind the actual movement here. I'm going to take a moment and try to kind of debug this. Give me a moment. Alright, I have checked everything I can think of, and there were some things that I tried that actually made it worse, but nothing has seemed to make it better. The only thing I really have left to try is just completely restarting OBS, which I'm not willing to do in the middle of an episode. So I apologize if this is actually translating and not just a visual issue on like it displaying to me. I won't know until I go to edit it, and even then it'll be an issue of I have to remember to check it, seeing as I won't be editing this for a few days. I will restart OBS in between this episode and the next one, though, just in case it is an issue. So, I mean, because I'm seeing my mouse is moving fine, but it's, yeah, like there it stopped, and here we go, and there it stopped again, and that was caught up, and there it stopped. Yeah, but the mouse is still capturing, so I don't know if that's translating or not. I heavily apologize if it is. This game has always been just a bit buggy. And like I said, the fact that I can even capture it as a game is a relatively new thing. And was pretty much the only reason where I was like, yes, let me do more of this series. You know, do more videos of this game, because capturing it as the full screen capture before was a giant pain. Regardless, let's get back to actually looking at stuff. Hopefully there won't be anything too action-packed. I mean, generally speaking, that's kind of the thing, is we don't want anything too action-packed in this game anyway. But, for now, we need to find ourselves some more string objects. And I'm going ahead and grabbing that because we were basically out of those. We just kind of got a little bit of time left. That one will probably be done before we finish the episode, even if I don't pause the recording again. Alright, so we need strength. There is another rabbit. There's part of me that wants to go straight for the rabbit. I can sprint. Alright, here we go. You gotta basically be able to sprint in order to catch the rabbits. And even then, there's a certain amount of luck to it. Come on. Dang it. Yeah, see, he's getting further away. Keeps catching me on these rocks. And I've... drink. You can drink while running. Oh, nope. Alright, abandon. I see the boar there. Abandon. Alright. Let's go back to our normal move speed. See, that's the problem, you know. That's why I said, you know, bones can be hard to get early game. Because what you saw there, you know, catching these small animals for their bones is basically our best bet until we are actually capable of fighting. What is that? Raid. Oh, that's a anthill. I don't want to mess with that right now. I am not in a place where that's advisable. Okay, that is a string. That is a taproot. There we go. Spindly taproot. Now I needed 2, right? Was it 2? Or was it 4? Yeah, see, that's gonna bother me. The fact that the thing is doing that. Oh no, wait, that's... Oh no, that's that. Those are ants. That is a bird nest. Okay. It has been a while since I played, like I said. I said that in the first video, and... Well, we're only a few hours later, so... Aha! That's a nettle. A nettle counts as a string, too. There is a chance of it doing damage to us, a nettle sting. It is one of the rare wounds that gives a benefit. Oh, hey, look, there's a little thing. Okay, I got that. Now, did it give us damage? Yeah, nettle burn, which is annoying. But as you see, it gives us 1 extra point of survival while it's there. It's weird. I should go get that other... Yeah, I'm gonna go get the other nettle. If we had gloves, there wouldn't even be the risk of this. And as it stands, it is only a risk. See, it did not increase our nettle burn or anything of that nature. So, alright, we're gonna Hearth back. It's not far, but I don't feel like traveling. So we will fast travel. Alright, and... we'll let it use whatever ones it decides to use. Let's go ahead, and we're going to go and hit that. There we go. And now we just need 5 of the sticks, which I am walking over to get even if you can't see it. Okay, there we go. It's... Like I said, I don't know for sure if it's doing that for you guys or not, but I know it is darn well doing it for me. I am probably going to have to check. Alright, I need branches. Give me some branches. Can we please go over there and get some branches? Thank you. It gave me 3. Branches. Branches. Alright, good enough, good enough, good enough. Alright, 59. Jeez. Alright, here we go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open that up and go bang-a-bang-a-bang. Alright, and we have ourselves a drying rack. Beautiful. We should be able to look at it. Where is my... I think it's adventure... Yeah, inspect. You know what? I'm going to grab the inspect and put that there too. Alright, so we're going to inspect. Quality 36. Which, considering how much is... You know, how much of this stuff is just not been good, you know, that goes to show a lot, alright? So, let's go ahead and we're going to grab that guy out. We're going to grab back out our fresh rabbit fur. And we are going to lift this back and put it back away. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stockpile that stick. There we go. All right, we're going to come over here, and we're going to put this in. Now, there's 4 spaces. We only have 1 at the moment, but the bigger hides are for themselves. So now, basically, what we need to do is allow this to sit, and it will get that little timer thing on it, and over time it will dry, and it will become a dry rabbit fur. And the quality of the fur is going to be affected by the quality of the rack. So, I think that does, in fact, mean that the rack should drag the quality of that fur up towards it. Now, obviously, it's not going to hit the full 36, but it should maybe get somewhere around like a 13, 14, something like that, maybe? We'll see. Or we won't. If somebody comes by and steals it off the rack, that means we won't see. But that is always a risk. All right. So we've got that going. We have... Can we stockpile? We cannot stockpile a spindly taproot. That's annoying. All right. Well, anyway, we need more stuff. Be it more curios in order to get our, our learning points up to where we need it faster. We are under 1100 from getting the yeomanry we need. That is actually pretty quite close. Let me go ahead and come over here and grab one of these tanning things. Because there are some... that is just 1, I suppose. Okay. What is the quality on that, by the by? 28. We're going to lift this. We're going to come bring it over closer to the drying rack. And what I can do is I can right-click on an item that I'm holding like that and do this to see where I want to put it. I can also hold Shift to make it much more granular. But this will just kind of center it on a tile. And that's fine. That's all we need at the moment. We've got some quality 24.4 tanning fluid in there. That'll be fine. The fact that the drying rack is better quality already than just this stuff, and from me randomly making it from the stuff that was left, is interesting. But not super interesting. It's mildly interesting. Alright, what else can we accomplish before we're basically stuck waiting on yeomanry? Well, I could go get more rabbits, or chickens, or whatever. And one of the reasons why I wanted to be near this plain, and there's a plain up there as well, we could head over to that, is because plains are the area where, like, rabbits and chickens and the aurochs and all the, good animals that we're going to need access to spawn. So being nearby a place where they spawn is only beneficial. So let's walk over this one and check, and then if we can't get anything there, maybe we go over to the other area and check. I also do need to keep in mind that I want to increase my constitution. My constitution is the outlier at the moment. My agility is temporarily reduced from the bee sting. Yeah, bee sting. So until that goes away, that's a penalty, but it's not affecting the base, so that basically will still count as what it is. We could do one of those little... Do we have the thing? All right, let's check and see what curiosities we can make, because it is possible to make curiosities. All right, so there is Horrible Knot, which is 6 string, specifically a nettle and specifically a taproot on top of the 6 string. What do we got? We got, the Mirkwood Offering. Oh, we could do 1 entrail for that. I don't know. That's a 30 experience cost, and it's a 6 mental wake. It's not a great one. It really isn't. There's Seer's Bones. Obviously, we don't have the bones for that. Australia Bug Collection. Well, we don't really have that. Dolls and figurines. Oh, the Cone Cow. Yeah, I forgot about the Cone Cow. Actually, how is the cone cow? Let's see. What is the... It's only 50. 1 hour. It's survival. If I get my... see, I need to get my survival up to 10. Just so I stop, like, completely crippling the scores on these items that I'm getting. But at the same time, I need yeomanry, and we're getting close. It'll take too many points away from getting yeomanry to get my survival up to 10. I don't think I will make up the difference. It is definitely going to be on the list of things to get as soon as possible. That's a quince again. We know what quince is. That's will. The food we are looking for is going to be a con food. Which the red apples are, but the green apples are not. Green apples are perception for some reason. Alright, what is that? I don't know. There's a boar over there. Let's not anger it. There is something on the ground. Oh, that's a bird. Never mind. We don't really need that. Oh, what is you? Oh, boar. Stay away from the boar. We do not need getting ourselves gored at this stage. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. Oh, no, that... Alright, so that is something else I want to avoid. This right here, that's mosquitoes. They will, in fact... Come on. No, come on, get away. They will, in fact, do damage to you. Yep, like that. And while they cannot... I don't believe they will kill you. They can, in fact, make you, like, pass out. Yes, you can pass out from the blood. Oh no, that's just one of those little... Those guys aren't hostile. They do move around so fast, though, that it spooks me every time. Alright. Map. I am there. Alright, so either way is going to be some grassland. Alright, we're just going to head over to the grassland here, take a quick peek, and then I think it might be time to wrap up the episode. Mostly because, you know, I'm kind of rushing through the end of the episode because I want to see if I can fix this stuttering problem. Heck, I kind of want to see if this stuttering problem is translating, and I need to probably double-check the previous episodes to see if it was there, too. Because that's a bit of an issue. Anything interesting here? Not particularly. There obviously was somebody starting to set up here. It was obviously very small, though. And mostly is decayed at this point. What was... I don't know what that was. Okay. Keep going. What is that? Is that a bird again? That might be a bird again. There's a rabbit, though. Alright, we're gonna click that. We're gonna click... Oh. Alright, we're gonna go back to clicking on that. And we're gonna come over this way, see if the rabbit is still nearby. There he is. Alright, we're gonna... Maybe. If we can get close enough, we'll kick... Okay, a couple of rabbits. We're gonna click on the rabbit, and we're gonna go sprint. Sprint to the rabbit. There's 2 rabbits there. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the rabbit this time. Nope. We're definitely not getting the rabbit. Oh well. Like I said, it's a bit difficult. The chickens are slightly easier. They don't move as fast. You still kind of got to be careful about them, but it's not as bad. What are you? Well, that's a quince again. Alright. You are the walnuts. We've already gotten that. We'll just kind of hop up this little cliffside here. Excellent. Alright, so what was... Oh, that was just that little spot showing on the map. That's not an animal. Okay. Well, drat. That is mildly annoying. And I don't see any other animals having spawned. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. I will probably poke around, take a look, see if I can find some additional animals to get bones for in preparation. I will continue processing all the various, you know, curiosities in order to, get ourselves up there. We're a good chunk of the way on this ghost pipe, which will definitely put us past where we need. I might just have to wait till the ghost pipe is done, which won't necessarily line up with my time to record, unfortunately, but we shall have to see. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.